Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Neurographica class. Today we are going to do some crafts with Neurographica, and I hope you will love it because we are going to make a wish for 2021. We are going to release a inner constraints to make this wish come true, and I'll show you just in a second how we are going to do. I will tell you some story about my family tradition that I developed. It just came naturally. It's nothing that we really was thinking about. It just somehow organically came to me that every time when we decorate Christmas tree, when I put any Christmas ornaments on the tree, I make a wish for the whole family or just for myself. It depends. And kids allowed to make their own wishes, adults make their own wishes. And just looking at the ornament, I have all different shapes and colors. And every time they have any associations related to this ornament, we make a wish. And this intention we create around Christmas, around the magical time, and it helps us to celebrate with great intentions and to see what every person has different priorities. This Christmas I was decorating with my older son, and it was very interesting to hear some of his wishes. He said them out loud, and how different associations, different shapes and figures give you different associations. It's really amazing experience. So I highly recommend, even if you don't do Neurographica, try to use this to know a little bit better about your kids and about your family members. You can do it with your co-workers and with your friends as well if you decorate any Christmas tree in a group of people. So it's always interesting. So I will show you what I've done as an example, and we will start doing it because we have a lot to do, and I'm sure we are not going to finish it today, but as we know, a couple more hours and it will be done. So we are going to do our personal disco ball of our wish, and you can use color paper for it or just white paper. And we will make a wish. This one has 12 circles, and each circle represents each month. And I make a big wish. This one was related to my business, but today I'm going to do another one. And the wish really takes the whole year to fulfill and to celebrate it. So every circle we are going to do lifting inner constraints, algorithm lifting inner constraints to release any blockages related to it. So you can make it different sizes. This is a circle. I prepared some stars, but I don't think we are going to do stars today. I will show you from the scratch how we are going to do the circles. But if you want to make a star, be my guest. It's really should be fun. You can try different shapes. You can do it with your family members, with children. So it's always interesting to work as a group on one wish if you have something big for the whole family. So let me switch the camera and we will start. Okay. Here I am. So I prepared some color paper. This is a cardstock. It's not very hard, but it's a little bit harder than just printer paper. If you don't have any color paper, you're welcome to use white. It will be beautiful as well. Just make it a little bit thicker. Take a little bit thicker paper so it will hold the shape, because if it will be flimsy, it will be very thin paper, it will be flimsy. You don't have to do 12 circles. You can make it less. You can make it I highly recommend to do it at least 6, so it holds the shape. But you can make it more than you want. Like I did 12 because I wanted association with 12 months. But sometimes if you want it like your wish requires only 9 months, you can do 9 circles or 6 or 8 or as many as you want. So it's your decision how many you want. You can place them on your Christmas tree or just place somewhere where you can see them. As you see, I use the green paper on this one, and you can choose any color that, if you have a choice, if you have any color paper for you, you can choose any color that give you the associations related to your topic, related to your wish. So which color will represent the wish? And we will choose this one. You can use the white and just color everything, and it will be very beautiful and unique. So you don't have to be limited by color paper. So you can do it on white one as well. So I decided that today I'm going to use red paper. And for 12 circles, I will need quite a few pages. So you can start today with what you have and finish it later if you want. There is enough time till the New Year resolution. So I will use this ball just for outline. If you don't have the ball or glass or cup, you can use a compass to draw the circles. Just make sure that circles are the same. So any shape, circular shape will do, unless you want to make stars. Stars will work as well. Very nice, and they will, you will create the 3D big star of your wish. So before we start, we need to make a decision. What do you want? What do you wish? What is your dream about 2021? What do you want is come true? So usually the first wish that comes to your mind is the strongest and the most important for you. So make it, make this wish. See what it's, how it comes to you. And if you made already wish, you can write it down somewhere on the separate paper so you don't forget about it, just as an inspiration for you. So I will make for myself, just to make it very clear intention. And I will connect to the paper. If you choose white one, perfectly, you can just connect to the white one. So, and I want you to charge this paper with your energy, because we are going to manifest, we are creating the shape of your wish, and we're creating it, we're taking it from your consciousness, from your subconsciousness to some material that will carry on this manifestation. And hopefully it will be manifested in real life as soon as possible. So I put my feet on the ground and just connect, scan my body. How do I feel about my wish? Does it resonate with my body? Does it feel right? Or is it something that I want to force? Or is it somebody else's wish? Just see how you feel about it. And allow this energy just flow through your body. See if there is any resistance already related to it. Any doubts about it? See how you feel. And take a deep inhale and exhale. And with exhale, you may just guide this resistance, this energy to the paper. Paper will accept everything. And we are going to make it beautiful. We are going to make it colorful and energetic. So take a deep inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, you can take any shape that you want to use as a template and to round, like outline the shape. So we can cut it out. So I will do just 2 circles at the beginning. Again, I did 12, but it took some time. So I don't think we are going to finish 12. I have to work it later, and I have my scissors, so I can just cut it out. You have 2 options. You can cut it out and draw on another side, or you can draw within the circles and cut it out later. So if you don't have any scissors right now, you can draw them right now and cut it out later. I prefer to cut it out and draw on another side so there is no visible rim of the pencil. So I want it to be very clean and tidy. So, and I just love to cut paper. So today is something unusual. It's we never done Neurographica and crafts together. Let's see, and you can. We have 1. Okay, we'll see how many we can do, and I'll show you. We need some time at the end, so I show you how we are going to glue them together. You may use, if you're going to do like 12 as I planning to do, you can number them. You can put a number on each of them. So you know how, in which order to glue them together. So each one will represent the month, January, February, and so on. So I have 2, and I will just on the back, I will do 1, 2, so I know in which order. So as any wishes, when we make any wishes, it doesn't matter how much we want them, there is always a doubt and there is always some resistance and blockages, and we don't want to change anything. So because we already used to who we are in the past and we know who we are in the past. So we are going to release all those doubts, or we are going to release all those blockages on the paper, and we do it in express version, lifting inner constraints. If you don't know what I'm talking about, welcome to our basic user course, because we usually talk about it more there. And if you just follow my instructions, I will show you how we are going to do. So as always, any lifting inner constraints, we are going to do catharsis. Catharsis is releasing this inner pressure that we have in our body, that we have in our subconsciousness. So I want you to put your feet on the ground, take a deep inhale and scan your resistance, scan your body, see if there is any emotional resistance in your body. Take a deep inhale, scoop it up, guide it to your marker, to the tip of your marker, and just do this fast catharsis, like doodling on your paper that represent this pressure, this represent this blockages, this emotional pressure inside of you. And after you finish it, you don't have to use black one. You can use white. If you're using the color paper, it could be golden lines, it could be silver lines, it could be white lines, or blue ones. Like, see which one you prefer. I prefer just do the black ones because it's a clear image. They create a very clear lines. And I created the catharsis, and I start using the narrow line to stretch this pressure, internal pressure outside. And I just follow the lines of the catharsis and trying to dissolve it, try to release this pressure outside and connect it with outline. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you don't, just follow the lines and we try to release it. And you will see that.
It was very hard to understand him. Nothing's really different. He said that
they're keeping him in their lungs.
When he came in, he had pneumonia in both lungs and water in one of them.
I think that's it does not concern us, but it's about father. Okay, so create as many lines as you need to dissolve the catharsis. So you create the pressure outside of your catharsis as solid as it's inside. So you have the effect that everything is dissolved, that the pressure outside me is supporting, and I don't look like a black sheep in the society with all my emotional charge that I have. So you can create as many as you want lines. If you feel that it's already a little bit overwhelming, you may start rounding and add some lines later. So you don't have to do like million lines at the same time. You can add them a little bit more later. And after I created enough lines, I start rounding. New pen. And I just start rounding and color all the black corners.
You may need to mute again.
Okay. Keep observing how your body is feeling, any sensations in your body, any emotional reactions. Usually the catharsis activates some energy, some blockages that we are hiding in our subconsciousness. And right now we are trying to let it go. This is all about what stopped you from fulfilling this desire, from fulfilling your wish in the past. Maybe you made this wish many times, and it's not the first time when you're making it, but something's always stopped you. So see how we can activate it, how we can work through these blockages so we can pursue the goal in organic way and make sure that the result will stay with us for as long as we need it, or for as long as we want it. So you start rounding, as you see, because the shape is not as big and yours may be even smaller. You don't have to make your ball may be smaller, your glass could be smaller. It doesn't take too much time, but because we are going to repeat it several times, it's almost like a marathon of transformation, but this is on an even smaller scale, and it will create this 3D shape. So we can see how they could be very connected, how they can represent in not just in the 2D, but in 3D, this wish. So it's, we can hold it, we can feel it, the value, the weight, maybe not too much weight, but there will be something to different representation of it, a different view. And I'm just trying to see how we can look at the situations, at our experiences, past experience from different angles, how we can look at this from as a system, as it's all connected, that it's nothing is separated. Draw your lines to the edge of the paper. So these lines will go to the next one and next one and next one. You don't have to consciously try to connect them later, but organically there will be many connections between those lines. And we're going to use all the steps, basic algorithm steps, to finish this, all field lines, fixation, coloring. So all of this, each drawing will be completed Neurographica drawing, but again, all of them will be representing one big wish. And if you're superstitious, you don't have to say out loud the wish. You can hold it for yourself and see how it could be very personal, but very emotional, but it still be, we are creating this representation, and see how to start working out. So I'm curious to see if any of you doing the using white paper and how it's going to look at the end, because it's very interesting how it's, different colors will be blending together. And at the end, if you remind me, I will show you how I decorated some gift bags as well, so you can be prepared with Neurographica for any occasion. So.
Oh yes, the gift bag they look very good. They are wonderful.
And if you have any interesting ideas, please share them. So how we can, it's always interesting to see. People are very creative, and I love to.
Today I saw at the store markers for fabric. So I was thinking, should I buy them or not? Maybe I should have and try to do some.
It's a very sacred experience when you draw on a fabric, when on a t-shirt of somebody who is wearing it already, like when you really feel how neural lines are moving through your body. It's a very intimate relationship, and people create on the enclose the best wishes and best intentions. So it could be a very interesting birthday party project, like when guests can draw on the birthday person best intentions. It would be interesting. So
I need to see if those were quality markers though, because probably you need some good markers for this.
I think that the Sharpie permanent markers will work as well. So it's not necessarily need to be something fancy, because Sharpie, you can draw them on any surface and it should be doing the trick.
Yeah.
I was last year when we were on intense training in Russia, one of the days was we were drawing on T-shirts on each other, and I just used my Sharpie, and it's worked well enough.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Sharpie is supposed to be permanent. So, okay, I'm ready with this first part. I'm gonna start coloring.
Yes, for coloring, I highly recommend to choose 3 or 4 colors that you will carry on, that they will create the flow from each line to another. So this will help you to be consistent, and just you can give some meanings to each color. So if you feel that for fulfilling my dream, for fulfilling my wish, I need such and such qualities to develop in myself. Like, for example, if I'm working with the business, I need let's say, to be some color that represent me as a leadership, or some colors that represent me as a team player, or some colors that represent luck, or some knowledge, or some skills that maybe you need to develop. And you can see how those colors will be developing, how they're going to blend to each other, how they're going to support each other. You can add some other colors, but it just will look a little bit too colorful if you use one with red and blue, another yellow and green. So if you have some consistency, it will look more, I don't know, beautiful. At least it's my opinion. See, maybe yours will be different. So it's just a suggestion, so you can
coordinate it. Yeah. It's interesting already. It's interesting to draw on a circle paper, not on a square paper. So
it's very interesting, yes, because you're changing the perspective. We're always thinking in a letter size or A4 size shape. Everything we doing is presented on paper the same size. If you change the shape or if you change the size, it helps you to change the perspective. How I can look at the big problem from the small piece of paper. Like if you're taking representing something big on a smaller paper, it makes very simple and make it feel very clear. But if you're looking at some big energies, like big or small energies or small details, some feelings, and if you represent it on something big, like a poster size or A2 size, it gives you opportunity to look at this from completely different perspective, on a bigger scale, more details, more nuances of your drawing. So you can see how it can work for you. Okay, now I need to choose some colors. Let's see. I'll go to We'll do the blue. Trying to see how that's different. When we're drawing, when we're using pencil on top of color paper, it creates a very interesting effect. Like the colors are not so bright, but they really create a beautiful shade. And there is always some depth of it because there is a background. So it's a very interesting, very unusual sensations related to it. So play with this, see how it works for you. Orange. I'm just trying to see which colors I'm going to use. The darker paper you use, the lighter colors for color pencils would be the best option, I would say. I prefer to do this beautiful flow of energy, so the energy is moving. But if you want some just shape, create some shapes, it's your choice. There is no requirement that everything has to flow. Trust yourself, see how it's working for you. And it's always interesting to see different perspectives, different ways to use colors, to use shapes, to use lines on their drawings. Remember that the goal is to create something unique, something unusual, something beautiful that represents you. And because each of us is beautiful, your drawing will be just a representation of it. You may use as many colors as you want. There is no limitations how many there should be, but I usually prefer 2, 3, so it's not overwhelming. And they can be blended, they can support each other, they can be very gentle. Especially if you use already some color, background color. So it's, we have already some dominating color on your drawing. Even if there will be many colors on top, it still be quite a story.
Yeah.
See, try, maybe you will use some new colors later, so it doesn't have to be my way. Again, you can experiment. Maybe you want to make each month each drawing different, and it will be very interesting to see how it will play out. So be inspiration. See, maybe you will teach us something new. It's always interesting to see. And we just color as much as you want. You don't have to color everything. White color or the background color of the paper is already beautiful option. So you can leave some area uncolored and it will create some. Okay, my light blue does not have such a strong effect. Let's see if I can use it on top a little bit brighter.
Yeah, I was surprised of the colors of your first ornament. They were so bright. What color paper did you use? You said green over green paper?
Yes, this is a green, and it's just blue, yellow, and pink.
Purple.
Yeah, purplish. Yeah, purplish.
It's amazing how yellow was able to work over light yellow over the green.
I was surprised too. And it's two different qualities, like two different papers. So, and both of them were well supported. You may try to use some highlighters as well. So if you want like very bright colors, if you want it to like really shine through, you can try to do it something very dramatic. See how it will look on yours. I haven't tried highlighters for this project particular, but and maybe it's red is something that will be a little bit too much. Let's see, but you can play. You can see how it's working for you. Maybe I need some purple. Darker colors actually look very nice on the color paper as well. So it's not necessary should be white. See how it's working. And you will notice like that every month after you repeat this every time, even the topic is the same, the catharsis will be different. And it will be more and more round by the end. Like if at the beginning it's a quite sharp and very strong pressure inside of you, but by the end it could be very smooth and very gentle, and coloring, everything will become more gentler and more organic. So like nothing new. I can do it. There is a lot of energy. There is a lot of inspiration that you can experience during this drawing. So see how you can see how it will be developing. See how it's going to change. Again, you may add as many lines as you want. After you finish the coloring, I highly recommend to do the field lines and fixation and each circle, because every month, every step of your experience needs to have some kind of conclusion, needs to have some kind of result. We are going through the small steps and we achieve some goals and we celebrate those goals and we move this goal achievement, create this support for next step and support for next step. So we can go through this big goal, big topic, big dream of ours and find this journey more pleasant and less overwhelming. So 2 or 3 field lines should be enough. And as always, we go over them and round all these crossings. And where is my pen? Because we want the universe support us and gently guide us without any forcing. We don't do this like cut all 12 circles, do the catharsis on each of them, do this million of crossings on each of them. And after this, we sit and do the rounding. We want to set up a smaller goal maybe and go through the rounding, go through this gentle transformation. So the next month, we already go, approach in when something is transformed in us. We already made some changes, we made some understanding, we experienced some realizations, insights, and we are going through the next step again and again, and see how is changing, how is anything small experienced in us, some small steps. It's an art of small steps. We don't try to jump right away and achieve everything at the same time. We want to go slowly but surely. So we want to make sure that we reach our final destination when this wish come true, and the wish may come true even in a better way that we are not expecting right now. But we hold this beautiful intention that this is to serve us the best way, to find a solution that will serve me in the best way, that I don't have to, that it's not artificial, that it's not distraction that I'm wishing for. It will be some experience that will allow me be happy, be healthy, feel love, universal love, divine love. We can call it differently. See what makes more sense to you. And we have... So the first usually takes the longest, because first step is the hardest. But when we start, we just going through this. We just need to make this first step. And pay attention, how's your breathing? How's your physical sensations? Any experiences in your body? Any experiences in emotional state? Any changes? Any shifts in your emotional state? Okay. And again, each circle doesn't have to be perfect, because when we create this final shape, it will be together, they will create the whole story. We will see the whole story only when we see them all together. And the final step on each circle needs to be fixation. Which shape do we want to fixate? It could be a circle, it could be heart, it could be maybe some other element that you want to highlight. If you see the shape of the circle and you want to finish extend it to see the whole circle, you can do it. There is no limitations about it. I wanted to highlight the heart that I've seen from the beginning, and I just create this a little bit bolder outline around it so I can see it, so I can remember it. So it's just stand out. It will represent it. I make this wish with, for me, this represents that I make the wish for my, because I love myself, because I want to take care of myself. This is important for me. This is my wish, not somebody else. And I just go through this again around all these corners, because when we draw any additional bolder lines on our shapes, we create new corners, new conflicts, and we want to harmonize them. This could be a very interesting project to do with children, because it's not as big, and it's they can do it even as a group project. Not necessarily should be about the wish, but maybe some. We are going to collective energies, and so any group project, I love group projects. I feel it's the best way to heal and create something. If you decide to try to draw stars, star can even stand. You can leave it on your desk, and this star will inspire you to move forward in your life. So this is my first circle. I think it will be perfectly fine. If you want, you can highlight even the fixation. I don't want to do it right now. And on the back, I have the number 1, so it's representing first month. And I go to the next one. You can write down your wish so you can remember it. It will be glued together so you will not see it later, but it will create a clear intention about your wish. So what you're wishing for. And when we're going to the next, so this is my February, and I just connect to it. Scan my body, see if there is any resistance, how I can go deeper, how I see. So this one, at the end, my realization was that this, what I'm wishing for, this is very important for my heart because I really love myself. This is only reason why I'm making this wish. So this is not to please somebody, not fulfill somebody's dreams, but my dream. This is what I want. And now I'm going deeper and see if there is any resistance again, if my body reacts, if there is any pressure, emotional pressure or physical even pressure in my body. Take a deep inhale and do the catharsis. And it's interesting that the second catharsis is even more intense than first one. There are some lines that even invisible, and I go make them just visible, and I go over them, and again try to dissolve this catharsis. I'm stretching it in the space, make it a little bit more bolder. Using neural lines to make it organic. We're activating our biological code, like a body code, that we can resonate with this. Like we really can vibrate at the same level as our drawing. That the drawing really representing my not just body, but my being. I can connect. So that's why we use all those beautiful organic lines, reminding us about nature, our nature, that I can activate my emotions and my energy sources. And after I created enough lines, for each of you will be different amount needed. Just see if at the end, if you don't see the catharsis, original catharsis, or it's hard to recognize it because you have so many lines, you've done a great job. You may notice that the first couple drawings will be quite hard to dissolve the catharsis because your ego is very rigid, and it's like, no, this is my I want it, and like you're almost like demanding from the universe that please, there is even sometimes no please, like you need to fulfill my desire. As you go, your catharsis will be less and less visible, you will connect easier to the society, to the universe, to the different bigger forces, and ego will be not as strong as it was at the beginning. And this is where the healing begins. When we trust the universe, that there will be many opportunities, beautiful opportunities to find the solutions, how to creatively achieve your goal, ultimate goal, or maybe even find a better solution for what you're looking for. It could be many opportunities. We are changing our own vibration, and when we start vibrating on a different level related to your topic, the whole universe starts to bring the new situation in your life that will vibrate on the same level. So it will be beautiful way like that. You don't have to change the universe, you're changing yourself, and the universe is just bring you new people, new situations, new knowledge, new understanding, that you can use them to fulfill your desire. There is no limitations how many wishes you can make. It's just it takes some time and it will require the energy, because we are going to, during this drawing, we activate psychic energy inside of us. We release these blockages that holding so many energy in your subconsciousness, and we release this energy to redirect in the positive, creative way. So you can make several. It just like need to make sure that we have enough energy to activate. So it could be a little bit overwhelming. I would suggest let it a little bit process. Let it don't overdo. There is no. There is a reason why there is always like only 3 wishes that can be granted. So because we are doing quite a magical experience, we are transforming the negative, or as we recognize it, negative energy blockages, like melting ice, to make sure this water will flow and move this energy, move the situation forward, move the emotions forward, process them, blockages, emotional blockages inside of us. And I believe in magic because we are creating our own magic. We are creating our own miracles. And if we trust enough to our intuition, we can be surprised, like really amazed when it starts happening. And it will be happening not because just something will be unusual happens. Like there will be some synchronicity, of course, but because we can recognize opportunities, because we can recognize our personal ability to do it, and we find this resources within us. Like we are not going and asking for love. We are not going for asking for energy resources outside of us. We know how to find them. Like they always. I am the vessel of all these energies. I have everything enough. I have everything available for me whenever I need. And it's a beautiful, very overpowering condition that like understanding it, that I don't have to, I don't need anything outside. I have it already. It's already within me. And it's, I think it's a very important. We always find the reasons like, oh, I'm poor because of the COVID, or I poor because of others people did not give me enough education. I'm poor because I'm unhappy because somebody doesn't love me. So how we can look and see how I can love myself, how I can find creative solutions for some different situations, and find the energy and inspiration inside of me. There is, of course, different situations, and there is no, we're not here to judge or cheat, like really try to say like do this or that. It's just invitation. See how you can feel. Try. Do you like it? You don't? Everybody has a free will. Nobody is, everybody is unique, and maybe you can find a new solution. Maybe you can find a beautiful method, develop a unique method to process your challenges, to process your emotions, and find energy resources within them. Okay, so I'm trying to add some more lines. I'm not trying, I'm actually adding some lines to support myself, to create more connections to the outside world, to the society, to people, to the universe, to different, accept energy from outside. Lines can go from outside inside as well. They can go through your catharsis. They can go through your original shape. See how you feel, how's your body reacting. Like for me, it's interesting on the second one, it's hard to breathe. I'm holding my breath. And it's just, because my body starts reacting stronger, I feel like I'm going deeper in this journey. And see how it's going. Okay. So how's everybody doing? How many circles have you done?
I only have done one because I got distracted a little bit, and then it was so hard for me to find fixation for some reason on this round circle. I was just very hard for me to find fixation.
You can see if there's any circles that's coming out from your
I
expression?
finally found, yeah, I finally found it, but it was very hard for me to find it.
I apologize for distracting you, Nat. Nat was helping me because I was super resistant to doing it, and she helped me find a way to be able to get started by just drawing circles.
Uh-huh, okay. So
You
did-
circles is always great way to start. And you can,
I get very resistant to doing these, and I don't know why.
Vicky, so you did a lot of them at the same time at once. You just started doing one after the other, and without rounding them. So for you, would be beneficial to just start with one,
Okay.
round everything before you move on, because it's a lot of things came up at once.
Yeah, I wanted to cry and run away and not do it.
Yes.
it's very good. Because resistance, it means that you are activating something very hidden. If you
yeah.
allow yourself to let it go right now, with cry, sometimes with scream, with a big emotions, you allow it, your body release it. Because when we suppress it, especially like you have to ask yourself what is my wish for. You can let it go from your body. Your body doesn't have to suppress it, doesn't have to hold it, doesn't have to process it. And no chronic diseases. Like you may see that energy starts moving in some specific organs, and it can, because our organs always holding those emotions that we are not ready to process. So big resistance, it always makes like celebrate them, like embrace them, like, okay, I hate this idea, and it makes and it gives me some confirmation that I'm working on it, I'm processing something. So good luck.
Thank you.
You start. Another thing that we are teaching in our, I think it's on our specialist level when we teach pyramid of consciousness, the small circle that you're drawing, it gives you, when we're working with many small details, it's our personal. It's always about my perception. Sometimes there are different energies involved in situations, and there's a different, it could be not just yours, it could be a family story, like family belief systems that can impact us. If you have very small elements, it's usually something that you made yourself to believe. And you can work on it, and you go deeper. And as you go deeper, you can see the bigger shapes and bigger opportunities. You can go out of your belief system. There will be another belief system, your family. You will go to the traditional ones, but it's always helps you to process as much as you can right now. It's never give you too much to swallow. Okay?
And she just drew circles because I asked her to do circles just to calm down, and that's what she had. The small, she already pre-cut the shapes, and that's why she did a good job. She did
great job.
great.
Like I'm glad that you're still with us. This is already a win-win situation. So, okay, what am I looking? I'm looking for this pencil, so I start coloring. Oh, yeah, I need to learn when to stop talking sometimes. Sorry. It's a very interesting insight that you need to stop.
Eventually. Okay, now, which way the field lines should go? It's now I turned it so many times around it. Oh, look, my circle is finally grounded. I turn it this. Oh, now I can turn it many ways to make it grounded. This is my.
Make it balanced. Make it balanced. Especially like when we're talking about some balls or circles, it's a very obvious that everything should be balanced, because when we start spinning it and if the center is out of balance and I rotate it and I see that it's out of balance, and I just go over it and add some lines here.
Ah, that's a good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, do some rotations, see how you feel, see if there's any blind spots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now it's very interesting. Like the first was quite easy to do, but the second is a resistance stronger, and emotion starts be activating, and I'm almost crying. Like there's no much. It's like I don't have enough inspiration on the second one. If the first one was enough, everything was easy, everything was bold. Second one is quite hard for me.
Resources. Resources.
It's not about, for me, it's about inspiration.
What is inspiration for you? What inspires you?
I don't know yet. It will be a very good answer. Fast results.
What have inspired you in the past? Fast speed, fast cars?
Yes, speed. Speed is what inspires me. The fast results, fast transformations, like intense work, but something that's very easy to, maybe not easy, but something that I can see the point, like I can see the finish line. Because if it should be long run, I give up. I learned something new about myself today.
I don't think you give up. It's a long run. You never give up. Why would you think you give up when it's a long run?
It feels this way for this one specifically.
Okay.
We're talking about specific
Okay.
dream.
Uh-huh.
And because nobody depends on this dream, it's only me. This is my answer. Because I never give up if somebody else depends on me. Because it's a very strong must do. And it's huge inspiration. This one, it's only my wish that related to me. And it's a different motivation needs to be done. Oh, it's even harder to breathe related to this.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so I've done coloring through the same field lines. And interesting. It's a very big insight for me.
Yeah, it's a big one. Okay. So it's 9:12, 21, 20, 21, 12 on my clock. Look at that synchronicity.
It's really interesting. There's my personal stories about like the synchronicity, how it's Neurographica activates everything and some stuff starts happening. And more we see from our students and from other people who just draw Neurographica. Always interesting how they be at the right place, meet right people, and how it's, the whole intuition starts activating and you feel a little bit like everything happens like a magic sometimes feels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pay attention how your body reacts. Is there any big strong sensations? Is there any experiences that can be discomforting for you? So it could be very strong. We just keep going. We are not stopping because we are going deeper and deeper, and we are activating and releasing those stories, those beliefs, our limitations that we are created over time. Our families helped us, sometimes our friends can be involved in the stories as well. And it's okay. We're here not to judge. We're not to blame anybody. We take our life in our hands and keep drawing the reality that we feel comfortable with and we feel inspired by to move forward. Okay, so what would be the...
Okay, I'm just trying to tell you that probably you need to start gluing at some point because I don't know how many more can you do.
I want to make at least one more circle, and
Okay.
I will show you how we are going to glue them together. So
okay.
The glue part is a very simple and very fast, and it's really fun because you start seeing how it's active, like the 3D, like neurographic in a 3D shape. Okay, so I want to see what will be the fixation. Fixation doesn't have to be big. Fixation could be very small and just any circle that brings your attention. Or maybe you want to give some you see that some area is very intense and you want to give it more love and more support and maybe some gentleness and harmony to bring to this area. You can just draw this circle around it and allow it to be harmonious for you, support you. So much. If for any reason you don't feel like you like this particular circle, see what is missing. Is there anything you want to add? Maybe more colors, maybe more lines, maybe there still be some areas that are blind spots for you and you want to give it a little bit more attention.
Grounding.
Rounding is always the first thing that comes to our mind, and see how you feel. Keep breathing. Clean water helps a lot because we are processing a lot of emotions, and water helps to release those emotions. Water is natural information carrier, so it takes information in and out. So you can take just clean water, not coffee or tea. So I done 2 and 1 more, and I will show you how we are going to glue. And it will be big project for you for weekend.
Yes, I did not expect it to be. How much time did it take you to do the first one?
I don't know, maybe 30 minutes.
Oh.
But it's much faster if you don't talk.
Okay.
If you just concentrated, and it's getting faster and faster. My circle is quite big. You may use smaller shapes if you want,
Okay.
but it does take some time. So, but again, it's a question how badly you want your wish come true. How much you want to invest your energy in it. So it's gonna be my March. And again, I connect to it. See, so it was a very interesting realization for me on my second one, that the motivation that I can give up because nobody depends on it but me. So I can give up on myself, but I cannot give up on other people. It's a very interesting insight for me. So I'm going deeper and see how I can release this, how I can move forward, how I can find what is blocking me from believing in myself related to this particular topic. And I do the catharsis and the same steps as I do dissolve this. It's interesting. I never worked with this topic before. This is probably the very first time when I decided to work with this, and so many insights. Again, so if you have any questions, or please let me know. I will try to be as brief as possible with my answers.
You are good.
Instead of giving not needed lectures.
I'm sure it was helpful for somebody.
Yeah. I could
There's always somebody who needs it. Maybe later in the video, people are going to be watching it later on.
And I was just drawing and remember that one person sent me drawing about the I am the sun, the exercise to see what I can tell them. And I had a dream how I writing the response with all the details what I see in this drawing. And it was so clear that like I woke up with a very clear believe that I've done that. I already responded. And I just realized it was a dream. I never really actually responded to the letter, to the email.
That's good that you realized it now.
I need to go back in my mail and find the drawing and finally type what I've seen in dream.
Maybe they already know it. If they dream the same dream.
So. I hope so.
If they had the same dream like you did. Maybe they already know the answer.
We all do. We just not always accept those answers.
Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm done with the second one. I don't think I'm gonna do any more because it's
okay. It's a bad inspiration, Nat.
Okay, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more tomorrow. No, I need to finish mine. It's just not gonna be. Today is getting later already, but I'm finishing the one I started. So always finish what you have started and don't draw any more lines if you cannot round them. This is the rule.
Yes, like don't leave the corners unrounded.
If you have drawn any corners, round them first before going to bed. Vicky, how are you doing? You still okay?
I'm answering clients right now. Had to stop.
Okay, good.
Homeopathy for the win.
Okay, go.
It's always interesting to see, like I don't want to give lectures, but it's interesting when you're working with a specific topics, who is starting calling you, who is asking for the attention. It's could be some messages there, because sometimes it's very interesting how
especially
surroundings are activated by the topic we are working with.
Do you remember the cats, all the cats that get attracted by Neurographica?
Yes, cats are very sensitive to energy shift and vibration shift, and they love to sleep on Neurographica drawings. Even it should be against the nature, it's there's so much chemicals on the drawing, like after we use the different materials.
Sharpies especially.
The Sharpies are very stinky, and I'm surprised that cats still be able to love it.
They ignore the smell because of the energy, but it still should be, the energy should be negative that is released. I guess it's after it's drawn already, there is no negative energy, maybe.
Yes, because we are always ending on the positive side. We're always activating this satisfaction, and should be at the end. You should is not the right word here, but most of people who draw Neurographica, after finishing all steps, experience excitement, experience some release of strong emotions and some kind of peace and
and they actually measured Nelly from Bulgaria, Nelly Kraleva. They measured her drawings, Neurographica drawings, with a special machine for energy, and they're very high activated with positive energy. All her drawings. They are actually healing. They can, people can hold them or stay close to them and receive the healing energy. That's what she said.
Interesting. Because it's we transforming negativity in positive energy. Of course, like if you had a big, strong resistance at the beginning, then your energy resource is huge, and it will be just because there will be so much energy available for you, creative energy, positive energy, it will be healing.
Yeah. Yes, somebody asked me in the beginning, if you draw a catharsis and then you round everything and you complete the drawing, is it a good gift, like a postcard? Because it's your negative energy in the beginning, but at the end it's already transformed, so it should be good.
Sometimes you finish your drawing and there is still it's okay, good drawing or so-so drawing, and you don't feel any emotional shift. It's usually just representing that the drawing is not finished yet. That there is maybe more rounding required, or maybe some colors, or maybe some balance. And you may keep this drawing and come back to it later, because we often just need to process what is already activated, and later we can come back to our drawings, add more elements and add more circles, colors, and suddenly you start liking more and more your drawing. And when you it's just different time requires. You don't have to finish it in one sitting. You can, sometimes it takes quite a long time to process. And I experienced it on myself, and we see more of our students come back to their very first drawings, and they see how more and more details want to be added, and they go with each drawing on different level, emotional level, new realizations, new experiences, just because they changed through the time. They learned something about themselves. They're ready to process some very deep emotions, go deeper, release them. Sometimes we just need to see that there is some blockages, and when we're ready, we can go deeper and let them go. You don't have to force the happiness right away. Peace is a good place to start.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm almost finished with my roundings here. And see how your body is reacting to this one. We are doing like second or third circle, and see how it's changing, how the reactions can be a little bit different or maybe the same. So see what's new, any insights, any realizations. There is sometimes we may stuck in one place, and it's how do you feel about the stuckness? What kind of emotion it activates? And see how you experience it. Keep breathing. Okay. I'm coloring my third element, my third month. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. So it's always fun to answer your questions, because what I learn from my students, sometimes I don't even ask myself such questions. That people wonder. It's always opportunity to look at things differently, find new perspective.
I just wanted to say to people, maybe 2 or 3 for this day, for today, maybe it's enough. And then you can continue next day. Oh, just do them on one topic. For if you're doing them in one day, don't change the topic on which you're drawing. Don't change your wish, don't change your topic.
But your wish may transform a little bit, because if you're working related to the health, you may every time find something new, what is new realizations, what is causing this struggle with health. Maybe you need more balance between work and rest. Maybe you need more water to drink. Maybe you need more exercise. So it may transform, or if you're working, like, for example, the topic is relationships, and you may start with the relationship to heal the relationship with particular person. And by the end of your drawings, like, you may realize that you need to establish a healthy, loving relationship with yourself, with your body, with your, or maybe you can go deeper in your relationship with your mother or father, depends on your situation. So you can have some realizations, very important realizations, but it doesn't have to be that they are not related to the same topic. Okay. And sometimes you may notice that color that you use, you may even have the desire that, okay, I don't need this color anymore. I had enough in my previous drawings, in my previous circles, and it's enough. I don't want it anymore. So trust yourself. You don't have to force anything. You may use some other colors, see how this movement of energies, because color just representing energies. It's representing emotions, and they will be changing because you are changing. And see, trust yourself. You don't have to explain anybody. You can just do it as you please. And you are creating your own reality. It's you who is going to enjoy your wish, like when it's come true. So you'd better enjoy the process, getting it as well. So, and I do the field lines. Field lines can follow the lines that you already have on your drawing, or they may start creating completely new direction. So there's no rules. The universe doesn't have to follow our order. They can create its own direction, its own path. Okay, I'm almost finished with my third one. And I hope this final outcome, a final piece will be on your Christmas tree or somewhere where you can see it. And you can keep it even after Christmas. See how it will be impacting your life. It's interesting. It's the first time when I'm doing such a 3D thing. I was drawing some wishes last year, but it was just a regular drawing, neurographical drawing. This year we decided to do something different, something.
You haven't done draw on a bow. You did draw on a pumpkin.
On a yes, I did the pumpkin and I did some circles, but not created really the 3D out of drawings. It's interesting. I have like 100 drawings already. I could just cut some of them, circles out of my drawings and create enough and create enough ornaments to decorate any Christmas tree.
That's another option, to start with just drawing and then cut them after.
Okay, and fixation, as always, see what you want to highlight. You can look at your drawing from a little bit distance, close a little bit your eyes and see what is coming to you, what is coming forward. Is there any element that you, or maybe some curve that you want to extend for this whole circle? And again, the circles or like fixation doesn't have to be big. It just has to be visible for you. It has to be supported. And of course, it's we are looking for the integration with the rest of our drawing. So we can just see. sometimes when we have this beautiful black lines on top of this other lines, other colored already with some pencils lines, they look a little bit more shiny, more brighter, and it creates some even sometimes texture, different texture of this field line. So see how you can make sure that that even the texture is blended in, that you don't that they are not separated from the rest of your drawing. You may do the highlighting, the fixation and the field lines with another color if you want to real challenge, but it's still be, the goal is to integrate the field lines and the rest of the drawing so they complement each other, so they tell the same story. We don't want the universe be beautiful and bright, but it has nothing to do with you. Like separate, very separate lines from your drawing. So it will be quite a challenge to integrate. But if you feel confident, there is no limitations about it for sure. Okay. And see again, see how your body reacts. There is a lot of pressure around heart area for me related to it. So now I'll show you how we are going to glue them together. So I have 3 circles. I choose the one. You find, like, you pick the direction. If it's a circle, it's really up to you which direction it is. Like if it's heart, it's quite obvious where. And I just fold it inside out in half, like just fold it neatly so you have this half and half. And I make it a little bit crisp edge. And another one. I want it this way. If you want to experiment, you can even try to align some colors if it's your desire, but it's not necessary. It will look beautiful anyway. So there's options. You can do this, align the colors, or you may try to align field lines if you see which way makes you feel more comfortable, or you may don't care about any alignment and just see which way you want to fold it, like which way you want the fixation to be. Okay.
Looks good. Like it.
Because it can be a continuation of the drawing from the previous one, but not really like needed. And again, we fold it in half and just create this edge. And the third one. Three. 3 right now. And after I have this one, I take, and it will be, I'm going to glue them. Let me see, it will be this way. No, it will be clockwise. So we are going to glue them on this second half. I have my glue stick or any glue that you have, and I just glue, make sure that the edge is enough. And I take the second one and I just line it and glue it together. This way.
I love the colors and your pencils are very nice on the red paper. Very good.
And when I have the third, so as you see, the gluing is very fast. You don't have to do it in some, just make it, align it very neatly, and it will be beautiful. When you finish as many, like if you do it like all 12, on the very last one, make sure that you attach some thread. So you glue this thread inside so you can hold it. You can put it in. So like if I have the thread here, let's say like if I would just keep the 3 one, it will be quite a poor circle, but I would just put it here and here, like glue like this, and glue them together a little bit more to the center, and it will be enough for me. Okay, so this will be the circle. So 6 circles, I would say minimal, so it will look like a ball, but if you want it aligned with each month, 12 is your number. So see how many you want to do. And you can make them in different colors, and you can make them in different shapes. What is good about this, if you finish your drawing and you want to add something, they can be very flat, and you can go over and add something else. You can add some new elements to it and some colors. You may add some glitter on it. So you will, if you want.
Yeah, glitter will be interesting.
Experiment with this. There are many, some pens with glitter you can use on top of it, but it's if you want a little bit more spark, I would not recommend to add some separate elements like stars all over the place or some rhinestones on top of it, because they will be separated elements. They will be beautiful, but not connected to any other lines or elements. But beautiful lines, additional lines can be quite an interesting addition to it. So if you want to play with this. And I hold it on my, I have my stand for the light, and I just put it here so I can see it. And every time it looks a little bit different because it rotates and it shows me different aspects of this. So total, see how many you want. Post them in our Facebook group. One more thing to mention, like when you align them, make sure that they are not, the two of these elements does not glue together, because sometimes glue is going outside and it could be some sticky situations. One more thing that I want to show you before we finish today, how you may decorate some Christmas gift bags.
Yes, this
So
is okay.
the biggest challenge is to find color paper gift bags without any elements. I had some, but you can do them not on the color one. I just use my silver and gold pens, uniball pens to decorate them. You can use just a black marker. Again, if there are some bags that you can use just white bags for crafting bags, and you can just, this is I purchased specifically for this one. You can just draw the whole drawing with the best intention, like your best wish to the person you are giving it, and it will help you to manifest the intention. Sometimes, at least I struggle with words when I try to write something as a gift note, but I can draw anything I want. I can draw any intention that I feel comfortable with. You can buy white, you can buy some just brown ones, or any color bags as well. So this one that I purchased, I did some shopping lately, so for some gift shops, and you can use them. Even if on another side I have some draw already some messages, I still be able to draw anything on another side as well. So let's see how it may work for you.
Your focus is off now.
Yes, because it's too much gold and silver
Too
on my
much gold and
table.
silver.
Let's do
Okay.
the trick.
Yeah.
So play with it. It's always fun to see, to create something yourself. It's a great project for kids to play with, so they can experiment. You don't have, you can just wrap it up, your gift, and color or draw some lines on it. It could be interesting addition so as well. So there are different options. If you want to create something very interesting and unusual, this is some options. And of course, if you play it with the circle and it looks already okay, you can try and do this with the star. And you just, at the end, you just fold it along the star and glue this beautiful drawings together. And this one will even stand if you do it enough, if you do enough stars together. So I think that's all I wanted to say. I did quite well with 3 circles, and some more need to be done. So if you want to share what you've done so far, let us know. We're always looking forward to see.
Here is mine.
Wait. That's a bright colors. You used just white paper, yes?
Yes, I'm just using white paper, yes. And I have also 3 so far.
Okay.
Three of them. Will be adding, I still have more of the circles, so I will finish them later.
White is actually look very beautiful as well. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Do you want suggestion?
Yes, yes.
Add more very thin lines.
Uh-huh.
Fine lines. It will give you, it will make it more alive.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Definitely. Good.
Beautiful colors.
Good suggestion. Thank you.
Anybody else wants to show yours?
This is mine.
Wait, let me find. Okay, beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I use pink paper, and then I tried to use blue, red, and purple, but I couldn't find purple and end up like the color doesn't seem to match because I'm using my granddaughter's color pencils. So I couldn't find the purple. So anyway, I just tried to.
Can you hold it a little bit higher so we can see it? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I just want to mention about my feelings towards the third picture. Somehow or other, this is my third one. This is my third one. Somehow or other, my body seems to be I feel very warm. My whole body seems to be sweating, and I feel very warm. And
it's energy revealing. Make sure that you round all those corners along field lines, because I still see some corners. And what is your fixation? Is it a butterfly?
Yeah, later on I saw butterflies flying everywhere.
So make sure that you round all those corners in the butterfly as well. So outside as well. So it will be, there is no conflict in the butterfly itself. So it's supported. And another thing that I want to suggest, draw the field line that is going through the butterfly, that it's holding it, that it's guiding the butterfly, because the field lines are going in one direction and butterfly seems like going somewhere else. So if you want it to be supported, you can draw the field line that is going through it. But overall, the butterfly is very well supported with the blue flow. The blue color is really guiding it, and it's very interesting. It's like a swimming butterfly. You can, because it's an unusual shape, it's not just a circle, you may highlight it a little bit with the colors as well. Make it like a 3D effect, make it a little bit brighter outline with some color, and it's maybe purple or some other colors that it stands out, that the butterfly is, that you see it, the first thing that you look at your drawing, that you see it. So it may give you more suggestions and see where does it fly. So where does it, it's how it's, and later, like after you finish all the circles, see how the story will be unfolding for yourself. Again, it's only you who can give yourself interpretation related to the stories, like because your interpretation will be the most accurate. See what associations with butterflies you have and what kind of other element that you want to experience with this. Thank you for sharing. It's very beautiful. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, I've seen somebody. Oh, we have the whole family there. So stars. I'm glad that you are trying stars. It's a very beautiful. Okay, and it's a beautiful color. Is it like a turquoise? Oh my, your lines are very interesting, like very wavy. I love how they moving. So about lines. So lines are very beautiful. See how you can, not on this one, like I would not change a thing about this one. See that you may be a little bit too direct. See how you can create, like when you're trying to give people message, you could be a little bit too direct. You tell them right away what you're thinking about.
She's a teacher.
Which is very good, but sometimes not everyone wants to listen the clear message. See, if you want, start drawing a little bit more curves. Turn your lines unexpectedly, surprise yourself every time. Your
Okay.
lines are very beautiful, like they organic, very organic, but just so you have the freedom to choose.
So
Some
this is
people,
this. So this was the first one,
mhm.
and then this was the second one.
And they both are very beautiful. And like, as I see, you're very beautiful in roundings. You can resolve any conflicts. But see if there's, it's not about other people, but surprise yourself. Like when you have unexpected curves,
Uh-huh.
you can have more opportunities to find circles, to find to find new situations, harmonious situations for yourself. So it's
Okay.
just a suggestion. Yourself.
I'm just learning it. I haven't done many, so
But and it's a very beautiful color. The star, as I see, it's a turquoise. Yes.
it's green paper. So green paper,
Light green. Yeah.
light green, yes.
It's
Yeah.
something about new beginnings, new energies. So see. Good luck. I'm very happy to see like you have quite a Neurographica party there. You can do any group projects.
My daughter does. This one here has Neurographica all over her wall. She's 14 and she has them all over her wall in her bedroom. Does them quite often.
I'm very happy to hear it. It's like you made my day. because I think that like it's much more important to teach children to do Neurographica than even adults right now, because they are our future and we need to teach them how to process the emotions and how to find creative solutions to life in life. So
we are homeopaths and we do send out the link that Nat has for the beginning class to many of our clients and also a friend of ours who is a counselor. I got angry, the one I was trying earlier, I got angry, I got stuck, and Nat was trying to help me through it and I ended up scribbling it out because it made me mad. But I finally sat down and I was able to do that.
Looks like an eye.
That's as far as I got so far.
Good. Keep going. Keep going. And do not throw away the first one, because it's a very important entrance to the topic that you're working with. Respect it. Respect the resistance. Respect the block. The energy, like you see how it's very intense there. It's almost like a black hole. You are quite or maybe a rabbit hole that you are jumping in to find something new about yourself, and it could be quite a journey. So.
Well, interestingly, the topic is joy, and it didn't feel very joyous.
Joy comes to you when you let go fear.
Mm-hmm.
It will just appear by itself, and it will be so organic, like how it could be. But whenever I worked with, like first time I worked with my topic joy, there was a lot of fear that shows up, very strong emotions related to it. So,
that's probably what that is about then.
Mm-hmm. So, and you see on this one, the first one that you showed me, how disconnected you are from sides. You don't have any lines connecting yourself to the people around you. Like you hold it, bottle up, but you hold it in yourself. The second drawing, you already reaching out to people. You can accept the information from them. You can accept the support and just be around people. But the first one, it was all inside. So
Well,
I'm glad you're doing it.
I did the first one and I was texting with Nat. And then I took a break and I answered a couple of clients and went to the bathroom and came back and sat down. So apparently I worked through something during that.
See, like tomorrow, maybe you can wake up with some new realization. So especially when you're working before the bedtime, there is always some subconsciousness will reveal us stories, maybe during the dreams or maybe just during some unexpected times, like you cook food and suddenly you'll understand what was it about. So, but I'm very happy to hear first of all about 14 years old drawing it, and about that you're still drawing with resistance, with all this that is going on through you.
Can she show you what the one she's working on now?
Yes, of course. I'm like, okay, beautiful, very beautiful colors, very gentle. Few suggestions, if you mind. Okay, is it okay? Show me your drawing again. See, there are some spikes on your drawing from the catharsis that you color them, but extend the spikes. They're soft spikes, but there still be some pointing. They connect them with, extend them with near line to the edge of the paper. Let them go, like connect more. Okay, you see it like there's some
Loops, like the loops, like little loops.
like loops or some like
So these parts
yes,
right here.
yes, yeah, and just connect them to the closest line or to the edge of the paper. So in this case, you have some beliefs about yourself inside. We all have. It's perfectly normal. You just let them go. So you don't hold them. You allow yourself to receive some other information from outside, some support from other side, and you can just talk to people about them. So, and see how that it's okay. It's okay to have something inside of us. So thank you very much for sharing. I'm really, I'm very happy to see you. My youngest client, my youngest student was 5 years old girl. So, and I'm very happy to see teenagers because it's always a pleasure to see them.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've seen somebody else wanted to show us their drawings.
Well, I'll show you mine.
Yes.
This one.
Uh-huh.
And then that's the other one.
Okay. Beautiful. You can do a little bit bolder field lines.
Okay.
Just teeny tiny, because one I see very strongly, but another is quite dissolving in the other line. So, and as I see, the fixation is orange or yellow circle that goes beyond the shape. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Yeah. In one, yeah, beautiful flow of colors. I really enjoyed how they continuously moving. Yes, very, very organic. There is nothing that is forced. It's a very gentle movement. One more thing that, like on the first, I think it's the first one, yes, that you showed holding it. So see that some of this rounding that you have, the intersection that you rounded is brighter than the line itself. So you can
Okay.
go and make a little bit stronger the line.
Okay.
The line will, because you can have like, when you round, you bring more energies to the intersections, but we need the flow. We need this movement of the energy from one intersection to another. So the line between them needs to be strong and smooth as well.
Okay, I can do
This
that.
is
Thank
like,
you.
I see just like few situations where you can do it, but the rest is perfect. So thank you.
Good. Thank you. Okay.
Beautiful colors. Anybody else? Okay, so I think that's all we wanted to show you today. So thank you very much for sharing your drawings and looking. It's actually going to be, it's going to be Christmas next Friday. So yes, if I'm not mistaken. Merry Christmas to everyone who is celebrating. Happy holidays. I'm not sure, like, I don't think we are going to do the class on Christmas Eve, but, or Christmas Day. So it will be I hope all your wishes will come true. I hope they will have a blast for the Christmas or any holidays that you celebrate. And I'm looking forward to see more of your drawings and hear your stories, and looking forward to be around beautiful, creative people around the world. So thanks a lot. My blessings to you, and thank you very much for keep drawing with us. Bye. Yeah, thank you very much for the best wishes for the Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes. So thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye.